Hi students, today we are going to learn lesson number 5, plant reproduction. Lesson number 5, plant reproduction. Plant reproduction, there are two types. Number 1, sexual reproduction. Number 2, asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, otherwise called vegetative reproduction. We'll see one by one. First, we'll see sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, actually what happens, that is what we are going to see. What is sexual reproduction? The formation of new plant through the fusion of male and female gametes is called sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, the male gamete fuses with the female gamete and then sexual reproduction takes place or fertilization takes place. The formation of new plant. The formation of new plant. From where the new plant comes in sexual reproduction? From the seed. Okay. The formation of new plant through the fusion of male gamete and female gamete. Male gamete fuses with the female gamete and then sexual reproduction takes place. Now we are going to see life cycle of a plant. The first thing is fruit. You all can see here the fruit. Inside this fruit there are seeds, and these seeds grow into a young plant. Seeds grow into a young plant. This young plant becomes mature, and then again this plant gives flower and then fruit. Flower turns to or flower becomes fruit. Fruit. Inside the fruit there are seeds, and these seeds grow into a young plant. This young plant becomes mature or it grow into a big plant or a matured plant, and then this matured plant gives flowers and then flowers becomes fruit. In sexual reproduction, we find seeds inside the fruit, and these seeds grow into young plant, and that young plant become matured plant. Again this matured plant gives us flower, and flower turns to fruit, and then again in the fruit there will be seeds. This is the life cycle of a plant, and in sexual reproduction this is how reproduction takes place. Sexual reproduction involves 3 major steps. There are 3 major steps. Number 1, pollination. Number 2, fertilization. Number 3, fruit and seed formation. There are 3 major steps of sexual reproduction: pollination, fertilization, fruit and seed formation. See, fertilization. Now there are 3 steps, major steps in sexual reproduction. Number 1 is pollination, number 2 fertilization, number 3 fruit and seed formation. Now pollination, I have already done a video, video of pollination. Second one is fertilization. And fertilization, what is fertilization? The fusion of the male gamete with the female gamete is called fertilization. The fusion of the male gamete with the female gamete is called fertilization. Now how fertilization takes place? That is what in this diagram I am going to explain. All of you listen carefully. This is a female reproductive organ. This is a female reproductive organ. It is called carpel. Carpel has 3 parts: stigma, style and oval. Now once pollination takes place, okay, How pollination takes place? From anther, pollen grains transfer to stigma. That is how pollination takes place. Once pollination is over, then the second step is fertilization. Now these are pollen grains. These pollen grains starts germinating in the stigma and a tube grows downwards. This tube carries the male gamete to the ovary. Male gamete comes to ovary. In the ovary, this male gamete fuses with the female gamete and fertilization takes place. The fusion of the male gamete with the female gamete is called fertilization. How that fertilization takes place? Once the pollen grain comes to stigma, then it starts germinating and a tube grows downwards, and this tube carries the male gamete to the ovary. In the ovary with the female gamete, this male gamete fuses and fertilization takes place. We learned pollination, fertilization. Now we are going to learn formation of seed, fruit and seed formation. That is the third step. In that formation of seed we are going to see. Now after fertilization, what happens to a flower? That is what we are going to see now. Flower loses its bright color. The first thing, that flower loses its bright color. Second thing, sepals, petals and stamens fall off. After fertilization, the second thing is what? Sepals, petals and stamens fall off. Then third thing, ovary increases in size and become a fruit. Ovary increases in size and become a fruit. Fourth thing, inside the ovary, ovule is there. That ovule developed into a seed. That is how seed forms. We know that in fertilization, the male gamete fuses with the female gamete and then fertilization takes place. After the fertilization, that ovary starts growing and it becomes a big size, and then it turns to fruit. And inside the ovary there is ovule. That ovule develops into a seed. Okay. So flower loses its bright color. We know that in pollination lesson we studied that. Insects visit the flower. Which flower the insects visits? Flower should be bright in color and large size. So that is one quality, that flower loses its bright color. That brightness after fertilization, the flower loses its brightness. And then we learned that these are the parts of flower: sepals, petals, stamens. Okay, this starts fall off. It starts falling. Then the third thing, that ovary, that female reproductive part has ovary. That ovary increases in size after fertilization. It increases in size and become a fruit. Ovary wall become fruit wall. And then inside the ovary there is ovule. That ovule develops into a seed. Now we'll see dispersal of seeds. How seeds disperse. The process of scattering of seeds from the parent plant is called seed dispersal. What is seed dispersal? The process of scattering of seeds from the parent plant is called seed dispersal. Now seeds disperse in 4 ways: through wind or air, through water, through explosion, through animals. These are the 4 ways seeds disperse. What is dispersal of seeds? The process of scattering of seeds from the parent plant is called seed dispersal. Now this dispersal of seeds takes place in 4 ways: through wind or air, through water, through explosion, and through animals. Now we'll see in detail these ways. Dispersal of seeds. How wind disperse or air disperse the seeds. In this case, seeds should be small and it should be light in weight. Weight should be very less and seeds should be small. Then the wind can disperse. Example, cotton seeds, dandelion seeds. They have hair around the seeds. So this helps them to disperse by wind, or the wind can disperse them. Then the drumsticks and maple, they have a wing-like structure. Then the wind can disperse. Wind or air, dispersal through wind, dispersal of seed through wind and air, wind or air. Seeds are small in size and they are light in weight. Then example, cotton seeds, they have hair around the seeds, so wind can disperse. Then drumstick and maple, they have wing-like structure around the seed, wing-like structure it has, so wind can or air can disperse it. Now dispersal through water. Plants that grow near the water. The seeds of the plants that grow near the water body. These seeds disperse through water. Example, coconut. Coconut has fibrous pod, so it floats on the water and that moves and then it disperses through the water and it goes to the next place and then there it grows a new plant. Then second thing is plants that grow in the water. Example, lotus. Lotus seeds will float in the water because it is spongy. Those seeds are spongy. And then it floats in the water and then it moves from one place to another and there it grows the new plant. That is how dispersal takes place by water or through water. Dispersal through water. Plants that grow near the water. Seeds of these plants disperse through water. Example, coconut. Coconut has fibrous pod that helps the coconut to float on the water and then it moves from one place to another and dispersal takes place. Plants grow in the water. That is example, lotus. Lotus has seeds. That seeds are spongy and that also float in the water and then water carry this seed to a different place and dispersal takes place. Dispersal through animals. How seeds dispersal takes place through animals. If you have gone for grazing of animals, you might have seen a plant named xanthium. Its seeds, it has a hook-like structure. Okay, these seeds sticks to fur of the animal or even clothes of human beings. It sticks to the fur of animal or clothes of human being. And from one place to another we move. Even animals move from one place to another and then from their fur it fall off to the different place and their seeds get dispersed. Same with human being. In our clothes, this sticks. It has a like structure. This sticks to the clothes, and then we also move from one place to another, and there the seeds disperse. That is how xanthium seeds are dispersed through animals. Then guava, tomato, there are some fruits. These fruits, seeds, animals cannot digest. This won't digest. So these seeds, these fruits, animals eat. And then after eating these fruits, some amount of food digest, and then these seeds are not able to digest, and then when they pass shit through their dung, it comes out of their stomach, and then these animals are keep on moving from one place to another. There they pass their shit or their dung, and in the dung these seeds will be there. There the new plant grows. Where the shit is there, the new plant grows. So that is how the seeds disperse through animals. Xanthium's seeds have hook-like structure that sticks to the animal's fur or even human beings' clothes. And then when we move from one place to another, and then these seeds disperse. Like guava and tomato, their seeds, these animals cannot digest. So when they pass their dung or their shit, in that place, wherever they are passing, that place the seeds disperse. Now the last one is explosion. Seeds disperse through explosion. How the seeds disperse through explosion. Now example, okra, geranium, poppy. These fruits, these plant fruits, when they are ready, when they are ripened, then it explodes, it opens up, and then the seeds comes out of it, or it scatters, and that is how the dispersal takes place through explosion. Okra, geranium and poppy, these plants, seeds, when they are ripened, when they are ready, then it explodes, and then it opens up, and then the seeds which is inside is scattered, and then the dispersal takes place. That is how seeds dispersal through explosion takes place. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. Press the bell icon to stay tuned.